I have a boyfriend, and although I can ask him, I was wondering what your experience was and if you all have any tips for an amateur. Story 1. Every woman I have ever been with who has given me a handjob thinks they should squeeze as hard as possible. Every guy is different, but for me, the opposite feels best. Loose and focus more on the tip. Handjobs from a woman are tough because they cannot do it better than I can. The ones open to coaching were the best at it. Edit. Figures that my most upvoted comment ever would be about handjobs. Story 2. The tip is super sensitive. Don't squeeze too hard. One time I got a friction burn. Try to use spit or lotion. Also, nails. Please don't have claws. It's terrifying. I wish I posted this on my main account. Story 3. If you've already established a sexual relationship and you're in a private place, and making out already obviously personally, I'd say just go ahead and put that hand down there. Feels amazing. All of the nerves and muscles tense up down there when it happens, and it feels really good even before any stroking happens. Don't be afraid to stroke the balls, and while not being overly rough, adjusting the speed and giving off body language and kissing can heighten the experience. I also like to return the favor to the lady at the same time. The results can be quite amusing, and you can kind of sync up. If both people are really into it, it's a great solution for men who like slightly faster movement than you can achieve during normal sex. Story 4. It's really nice when it's a surprise. As in, just approach him randomly when he's not expecting it, take it out and crack on with it. He will love it. Story 5. Don't be afraid to experiment with different hand motions, and also adjust the pressure until he likes it. Never stick your finger in his ass without permission. Story 6. Watch him do it a couple of times. Not for fun, actually watch how he does it. The speed, the length and location of the stroke, the variation he applies throughout. Then just replicate what he does. Story 7. Guys can handle it dry because they feel when it's still okay and when it's not. Some kind of lubrication is always safer and leads to a happier outcome. I did not think I would have to have a discussion with a girlfriend about this until it was too late. Story 8. Coconut oil is a revelation for any hand on penis contact. Everyone is different. I enjoy a good hand job every once in a while, in addition to oral, vaginal, or anal. Based on some comments in this thread, some guys do not. If my wife is ready for me to finish, she knows that making out aggressively while she is stimulating me will get me there in a hurry. Coconut oil is seriously a game changer and better than any lubricant or lotion that I have ever tried. Story 9. Listen to what he wants, even if it is the opposite of the comments here. My ex never gripped hard enough. I could barely feel her. It was like she was afraid of hurting me or something. I would ask her to grip a little tighter, but she never really did. If she listened to me, I would have been done in 5 minutes instead of being edged for 20. Story 10. Treat it like a massage. You aren't starting a lawnmower. Use plenty of lubricant. Be very delicate and work up until he orgasms. Don't start roughly and desensitize his head. Tickling the base of the testicles is a professional move. Very light nails up and down his shaft can be great, like tickling. Whatever you do, don't just grab it and start pulling. Story 11. Please learn that you need to actually grip the foreskin and not just have it go in and out of your hand. Unless there is a lot of lubrication, it just hurts. Story 12. There's no rush. Edging is awesome. I think some women may think all we care about is reaching climax, but the best handjobs I've ever had were extended experiences. Also, lubricant is a must for circumcised men. I say this as a man with no foreskin. I'm not sure if it's different for men who are intact. I find Astroglide is the best because it stays slippery and does not dry out. Story 13. Surprise handjob is a thing. In fact, it should be more of a thing. Also, speed isn't everything, and sometimes a very sensuous stroke will get him as excited. At least I know it does for me. Story 14. Use both hands. Take one hand and slowly move up and down the shaft. With your free hand, massage his balls gently. You don't want to be getting all rough with them. As you're massaging his balls, move a bit further down towards the perineum and rub him there. I like to apply just a little bit of pressure while rubbing his perineum, and he starts dripping. For example, I'm right-handed. So I move up and down while gently making twisting movements on my boyfriend's shaft. Then, with my left hand, I gently start massaging his balls and slowly move to the perineum and rub. Honestly, I rub him as if I'm playing with myself. I almost pretend like I'm rubbing my clitoris. It kind of helps me to pretend like I'm doing myself so that I'm not putting this crazy amount of pressure. I don't know if I explained it well enough. Also, I like to alternate the speed at which I'm going up and down his shaft. I start off really slow and kind of rub my thumb over the tip softly. Depending on his moans, I speed up or slow down. Whenever his moans are getting louder and he's panting more, I kind of slow down. It's kind of like I'm teasing him. It's like I tell you when to come. Story 15. Play with my balls. Find some way of telling me you want me to finish. With oral, it's always like how or when should I, and with sex, it's like please not too soon. I love handjobs. It's the one time I get to be pampered guilt-free. It's so passive for her, it doesn't feel like an imposition. Story 16. Only the top half has feel-good nerves, and the tip hurts without proper lubrication. My personal secret weapon is a little moaning from the girl for mutual pleasure. Obviously, no one likes a faker, but some finger play or a hands-free vibrator setup, slipped into the panties or what have you, goes a long way. Perhaps something with a controller for the guy so he can buzz the girl as he wishes. Story 17. I wish they weren't so rough with it. Sometimes it just gets grabbed way too hard or rough and it is jarring. Like ease up a little. I'm sure if someone tried to finger you by starting off with 3 fingers, it would be too much to start with. Also, your hand should glide up and down, not grab a section of the penis and move that around. Story 18. Pro tip. The best hand job a guy is used to is his own. His grip, speed, and technique are what he's accustomed to. So what you want to do is copy that. Ask him to stroke himself for a few seconds, watch him, and then replicate that for him. Mimic the speed, direction, how far up and down he goes, and ask if he wants it tighter. Then add some flair by incorporating some mouth action. Story 19. For me, it doesn't have to be wet. A penis can ejaculate without simulating the vagina. You can grab the skin and stroke it and it works just fine. If you want to use lubricant, that's cool too, but it isn't required. From a friend, don't hold it with one hand and hit the tip like you're testing a microphone. That's not good. Story 20. It's okay as foreplay or as a green light to start the festivities, but not a means to an end. I've been doing that much longer, I know all the tricks. Give me something I can't do myself. But if you must, use your whole body to tease him, make it sensual for both of you. Remember, it's not its own entity, it's part of a larger erogenous zone called a male body. I'll guarantee there are not too many men who wouldn't enjoy a woman touching them anywhere. Story 21. Do not bend the penis downward. Unlike breasts, which extend from the torso, the penis actually starts behind the testicles, closer to where the vagina is located, and not from the abdomen. The next time he's erect, trace your finger down the shaft, through the testicles, and you will literally feel where the penile hardness begins. With this knowledge, consider how uncomfortable it is to bend the penis near 90 degrees toward the knees. Story 22. I am a 40-year-old male and long ago started giving the same explanation to the women I have been with. I am describing what I like as a circumcised man. Other guys might like something else. If you grab the penis too close to the head, your downstroke will end when his penis skin above your hand runs out of room and yanks downward like a dog running to the end of his leash. It is uncomfortable at best. If you grab too closely to the base, you encounter the same problem in the opposite direction. You will be yanking his penis like you are trying to rip it off. If you start with a loose grip and slide your hand up and down, you will find a sweet spot in the middle where you can make full strokes without that uncomfortable yanking sensation. Also, do not death grip. A hand grip that is a little too loose is better than a hand grip that is too tight. Do not ignore the testicles. They are very sensitive in the mid to late stages toward orgasm. The best feeling on the penis is to feel as fully enveloped as possible. So even just a nice cup, cradle, or support for the testicles really adds to that effect. Also, if you cannot take the whole thing into your mouth, a good simulation is to sort of use your hand as an extension of your mouth. Keep your thumb and first finger pressed against your lips, move your hand and head together, and keep everything really wet. Story 23. The mouth is 10 times better. Never really received a good one before. Have him guide a few times and follow his patterns. That might work. Don't beat yourself up if you never master it, because who cares? First, you don't know how the sensation feels, so it's normal never to master it. I totally get it. Not your fault. Second, sex is way better. Blowjobs are way better. Story 24. All you have to do is find out what he likes. It's easy. Get started and just go slow. It won't take long for him to want to ramp it up. Just ask questions and be receptive to what he says. That's it. You should be taking notes for when the roles reverse. After all, you have to teach him what you like too. Communicate and spend some naked time not having sex. Get comfortable. You got this. I do have to share one opinion. That twisting thing they do in adult films is stupid, and it doesn't feel good. I might be an outlier, but I don't like it. See, there I just told a stranger my preferences. Story 25. Every guy is different. The only way to know is to ask while you're doing it. Do you prefer like this or like this? This way or that way? Communication is the only way to achieve amazing sex. There is absolutely nothing shameful about asking someone how they like it. I remember trying to tell a girl to release her grip a bit. She said, "I know what I'm doing." That was a terrible way to go about it, and I don't see that girl anymore. I'm not wasting time with someone who can't listen and communicate. Also, she had no idea what she was doing. Her ego got in the way of what could have been a better time. Story 26. Just because the penis is something that extends from our body and looks like a kind of appendix with no feeling, you shouldn't handle it aggressively like it's a numb piece of meat. Treat it gently and with care. Also, never rub the head of an uncircumcised penis without some kind of lubricant. Story 27. 1. Don't forget the balls. Cup them, caress them, slight squeeze, tug them. Ask first though, because everyone's different. Not a joke. I think it also makes some of us produce more semen as well when stimulating them, also known as bigger money shots. Not a criticism, but I noticed some of the women think the shaft is the only thing to focus on. Especially during oral sex, some of you focus on the head too much, that some of us men go soft from overuse of the same area and get bored, sometimes even numb from people overlicking the tip. It doesn't feel the same as it did 5 minutes ago. Bonus. For oral sex, some of us like our balls being sucked while getting stimulated. And this can be used for handjobs. Grab his balls, not hard but firm, so you can slightly pull his balls with one hand and use the other hand for his shaft. Maybe even caress his balls while doing so. The combination, twist the wrist while pulling up and down, can make some of us go wild. It could either be a two-hand turn, both twisting in opposite directions and not too hard, just firm. Bonus. Some of us like the deep throat feeling, full thrust, balls deep feeling, so if you pull down from the middle of the shaft towards the base where his meat and hips meet, he'll probably clench his buttocks and push in as well. Just for your information, be careful how hard you pull, as under the head is a lining that can actually feel irritated and sometimes do damage to him if tugged too hard, and sometimes dry. Sometimes it's one reason. Sometimes it's because of both. Everyone's different, so communicate beforehand and even during. Whether a handjob or oral sex, make sure to keep his sidearm moisturized. Some of us don't like dry handjobs or oral sex. Same for your hands, it can be irritating to his second head because it's a sensitive spot and can feel like sandpaper sometimes. Just ask beforehand what they mind and don't mind and what feels right during it as well. Everyone's different. Also, some of us, if left unattended for prolonged periods without moisture, the air can dry the head. I don't know why, it just can, like chapped lips, especially during colder climates. Don't be afraid of getting dirty. Sex is already considered dirty, but spitting on his area isn't a bad thing, as long as you're not hacking up phlegm. Or, spit on your hand to get that bad boy greased up like you're about to work the rig. I can't emphasize how much I mean it to communicate for both of you, him asking as well. So both of you can find what you like and maybe try new things out. Don't be scared or shy of one another. You're trying to understand one another. And this is one of those things that can help you with that and help with your sex life and relationship down the road with being open towards one another. Anyways, have a good day, good luck, and hopefully this helped. Story 28. Do you all think boys develop a strong grip from pornography? Inexperienced girls hold on tighter than a mother saving her baby from a fire. At least in my limited experience. Always start gently, then get rougher. This applies to any sexual act, really. Always ease your way into it. It's a build-up, not a jump start. Story 29. Start off slow and gentle, playing with your fingertips. Wait until he's up. Then use your thumb and first finger to make a ring to play up and down. Gently, slowly, and rhythmically, you'll be able to tell when to switch from that to using your whole hand to grab and go up and down. Enjoy! Story 30. The wetter, the better. No need to get messy, but all things need to be slippery. Pay attention to the balls and thighs too. Rub your hands and breasts around gently while you suck. Men are more visually stimulated than women, so eye contact, winking, hair flips, hip movements, breast rubs, and so on will help show him your enthusiasm. Story 31. You are a girl? The nerve endings through a penis are very similar to those throughout a clitoris and surrounding area. I personally enjoy a swirling motion as she strokes the shaft with more gentle sensations at the tip, and gradually a firmer grip near the base. Communicate lots, which is served best with some playful flirting, and read his moves. Body language is everything. With some time together, you will get a sense of his moods and erogenous zones. Good on you for asking.